Veggie 12.
Where will this path of strife take him? Ready yourself. Witness the abyss before you. Sacrifice yourself to the Satsui no Hado! Die a thousand deaths! Set the heavens, bring the sun, become the demon! I am the true master of the fist!
Simple and clean. Showtime, baby!
Welcome to Sets. This will be a good fight.
All right, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Sets here on Capcom Fires. It's been a little while, and I wanted to give the people some time to, get to grips and understand this new version of Street Fighter 6. Happy new version, and there's also another thing we'll be celebrating in a little while as well. I'll be your host once again tonight, Jammers, and alongside me, the co-hosts, they are here enjoying some Street Fighter, and we're going to be enjoying some conversation alongside the gameplay as well. They're joining me tonight, Veggie and Ovaha. Back on the decks. It's been about 2 weeks. Yes, it's been about 2 weeks. I gave you a little bit of time to have some fun with Akuma and everything else. Veggie, you first. It seems that your character is terrorizing online. How's it feeling?
No, I don't mean Akuma. I know Akuma is terrorizing online, but that's not me. I play Zangief.
Good one.
Buttons,
Good one.
Stuff like that. That's me. Akuma, that's him.
No, I'm not.
Not anymore. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, I feel like Zangief, since you are getting to it this early, Jammers, I was unprepared, by the way, caught off guard.
That's what I'm here for.
It's in a very good spot. I like this spot. I hope it's not going to last until the first mid-season patch.
You
That
hope
would
it's
be
not
very
going to last. You hope it's going to last.
No, only last until the next season.
Oh,
patch.
yeah,
I
yeah,
hope we
yeah.
can get a full year, just like JP got a full year, and Luke got a full year, and DJ got a full year. I also think it would be cool if Zangief could get a full year. So, yeah.
A full 4 months? Gotcha.
Yeah.
All
A full 12
That's
months.
being
maybe.
optimistic.
Yeah,
I mean, oh, you can say that. But,
Yeah.
Raha, talk to me. How are you feeling? You've been playing a fair bit of Street Fighter recently, so how's that been going?
I'm doing good, and I've really been enjoying the new season. Like, there's been so much stuff to kind of test out, and I've tried several characters. Obviously, I did play Akuma. I did the master grind like everyone else did, and I played like 126 Akuma mirror sets or something. I checked my stats. That was lovely. But he's a really fun character, obviously incredibly strong. But I did play a lot of Ryu in Season 1. And I have been gravitating towards him this season because he is just so much fun right now. Like, his combo routes and his tools in the neutral. He's like EX Hashogeki Fireball that can be put out on the screen with the same time with the Super 1, for example. That's like, there's just so much fun stuff to do with Ryu right now, and he feels really good. So I've been playing a lot of Ryu right now.
All right. No, it's been actually crazy to see everyone trying out their new characters. Some characters have, I'd say, significantly changed in more ways than one. Other people, not that much. But again, the universal changes that have happened with the balance update have definitely played a huge part. But some people can still lose in 2 combos. Welcome Akuma, because he's the only character.
What about you, by the way, Jammers?
I thought it'd be easier to learn Akuma first, then go through the balance changes, because obviously learning a new character is faster in my opinion, because it's just fresh. You can just make the notes as you go along. You don't
He's
have
a
to find
legacy
out.
character, so some muscle memory is bound to be carried over.
Well, yeah, that too, but I mean, in terms of Street Fighter 6, I don't have to go and find out what people were doing in Season 1 and then find out what they're doing now. It's just Akuma's just, okay, you're just in Street Fighter 6. What are you doing in Street Fighter 6? So that's kind of been interesting. And then I've slowly been going through the characters and finding out what particularly they're doing and where it will... what will happen in the future, because I think a lot of people just look at a change and then ignore it and they wait for the specialist to show them the change without really understanding it. And what you've come to realize is there's some characters that have been doing combos since Season 1, but because they were underrepresented, you're seeing them now, but because the character got buffed, you think it's new, and it's like, no.
Yeah. Wow, he's so good now. He's so good now.
It's like that guy could do that before. So it's been very interesting.
Good times.
It will take a little while for me to get to the understanding I need to, but we'll get there eventually. But obviously, as the developers said, there probably won't be as yearly balance patch changes. So I don't want to learn everything by the time they say, hey, balance patch out tomorrow. And I'm like, I just learned everything yesterday. So I just
all
be
over.
Pretty quick with it. But hey, we can talk about the balance patch amongst ourselves. But we're going to talk about with our guests as well. Speaking of which, roll the fight card so that people know what's been going on. So yes, it has been a little while. That needs to be changed. Xerna does not play Luke. I hope he doesn't play Luke, because if he plays Luke, I'm going to have a word with him. So it is going to be MBR going up against Xerna tonight. Both of them are from the European region, not from the American region either. It seems what happens when I lead these guys to do their own thing. They can't even get some flags and some characters right. So, what we are going to do is tell you, MBR does play Akuma. So you will see, one thing is correct, you will see Akuma tonight. I can promise you that much. But Xerna will be playing during. We'll have a little chat with these two because they are very strong representatives from their country. And of course, they've got, it's very interesting to hear their opinions, because Xerna is a young talent. And of course, MBR's an OG, and I don't think a lot of people know that. And one of the things we were discussing before was, I said, hey, when the new version comes out, I think it'd be good if we get an Akuma on as soon as possible. And then I was watching MBR in the tournament, and I said to Veggie, I said, we need to bring MBR on. And he said, that's a good idea. So we got to reach out to MBR. He was down with it. So we're actually going to be talking to him in a couple of minutes there. But Veggie, Jury versus Akuma. I don't know if you've seen it at all, but I mean, MBR, active playing again. Like, talk to me about that.
I think it's Jury against Akuma is not a match I've seen. I don't think I've actually seen it a single time yet. That's how much invested I've been in playing Zangief. Wait, I do. I think when I did my Akuma to Masters, I think I ran into a Jury once, but I don't think that's representative of what we'll see in the matchup today. But I feel like shoutouts are in order so people can just realize who MBR is. I think like he had like a premiere event where he got like second place finals against like GamerB.
The Elena
in France,
and
and he had like some incredible showings in Street Fighter 4 for the last the last years of that game, and then we didn't see much of Street Fighter 5. So it's really cool to have him back here, and then having Xerna, who started out playing like a fresh face. We hadn't seen him play before, and then he was like doing super well in this offline tournament not too long ago as well, where he beat some really big names and got into that top 8. So I think this is really cool. The old versus the new generation of, because I do think they're from the same, at least the same country.
From the same town.
Yeah, exactly. That is actually too cool. Yeah, and now they fixed it. They didn't fix the flag. They took the flag.
You see
away.
what happens when I'm on their case? So they fix things. I got the number for the handyman if you need it. Anyway, no, it's brilliant. But no, like Veggie said, complete fresh face there with Xerna MBR returning. Olvar, have you seen Xerna play much at all, like competitive play-wise?
I've seen some, but I do have to admit I haven't seen as much as I'd hoped to, but I'm looking to correct that this evening. But this matchup is actually interesting. We have some pretty good jury players in our community, for example, and they were just commenting how Akuma seems to be hard to stop when he stays grounded, because probably he's normals and the movement speed combined, but whenever he goes into the air, that's where Jury can actually deal with the air fireball pretty effectively because of the vertical distance that the pinwheel, for example, intercepts. So that might be something to look out for this evening.
Nah, indeed it will. So, again, we're going to have that matchup for you guys very soon. Now, we are going to be finishing a little bit earlier today, and I will talk about that at some point during the show. But hey, I need to get these guys with us right now because I want to start talking to them so I can learn a bit more about them. And then, of course, we get into the games as soon as possible. But yes, hello. We should have Xerna with us and MBR. So let me find out, have I got our guests on the mic? Can you guys hear me loud and clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect.
What's up? What's up?
MBR, Xerna, thank you very much for taking time out of your evening to join us tonight. So this is the part where we get to understand a little bit more about yourselves as well as your thoughts and views on Street Fighter 6 in general. So we'll start with Xerna. So Xerna, let me ask you this first of all, because I like to ask this to all my guests. Where does the name Xerna come from? Has that got any relation to your real name? Is that a nickname someone gave you in high school? What is it? Talk to me.
I believe... Yeah, okay, I remember.
Oh, wait, you forgot where your name came from?
Bro, it was so random, man. It is so random. Okay, so my favorite Pokemon as a kid was Xerneas from Generation 6.
Wow.
Oh yeah, you went from Generation 1, were you? Oh dear, you're not from Generation 1. Okay, so we're gonna have a very huge gap in Pokemon here. Okay.
Right. I know that.
Hold on, hang on. Right, what generation was Greninja and Delphox in? Was that Gen 6 or Gen 5?
Gen 6 as well.
Okay, so I'm clearly okay. All right. Now, what was your favorite Pokemon?
You're good.
It was Xerneas, the deer Pokemon. So that name, and I think it was Family Guy. There was an episode where he had a falcon.
Yeah.
Peter had a falcon and his name was Xerxes, and I thought that name was so cool. So I was like Xernamos and then Xerna, and that's where Xerna comes from.
Wow. Honestly, I had to really wrap my head around what generation of Pokemon is he talking about? Because I think I've got probably a good 14 years on you. So it's been a little while. No, do you know what? I don't think anyone has come on the show and said they've been inspired by Pokemon and Family Guy in the same sentence.
Or Family Guy, yeah.
Yeah, or Family Guy in the same sentence. So that's pretty cool. My next thing is Street Fighter 6 your first fighting game? Have you played fighting games before?
My first fighting game was Street Fighter 5, and I started playing it in its last year, I think. Okay. So yeah, but I didn't play any fighting games before that. I'm pretty much completely new to the franchise as a whole. So yeah, that.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. What we find a lot of people, well, there's when it comes to gamers, the vast majority of them try to shy away from fighting games. But you decided to stick around. What made you gravitate towards fighting games?
Well, I'm sure MBR know this, but I'm incredibly stubborn, and I don't like losing. And if I lose online, I will try my best to become better, and then I'll meet someone else that beats me, and then I'll try to become better than them. So it was kind of just, I didn't want to lose to people who I thought I could win against.
Okay, so I do like that attitude. Do you think this might be a little bit difficult to answer? Do you think people around your age? Well, first of all, for those of you who don't know, Xerna, I believe you're 17 or 18. Is that right? Right. So you're 17.
Yeah, 17.
Do you think people around your age are not as stubborn as you think they should be? Not just with video games, just like competitiveness in general. Because you've stuck around because you're stubborn. I don't think a lot of people are stubborn these days when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah, nah, a lot of people are very quick quitters.
Wow.
Mainly because our attention span is less than a goldfish.
Damn.
So people don't really like to put in the time. I've tried to get so many of my friends to start playing fighting games or stuff like that. And I finally got 2 of my friends to start playing, and they play against each other, and they do random stuff, and they just trash talk each other so much, and it's really fun to see. But a lot of people, they get the game, and then after a week they stop because it's not working out. So yeah, competitiveness isn't as big around my age.
Yeah, you know what? I kind of like that answer because I think we need to start asking young people a bit more, like what's the perception on video games and just comparing this in general. And I think you've actually given a very beautiful answer. I'm so glad I asked you that. Right, we'll get back to you soon. MBR, it's been too long.
Yeah, it's been a really long time.
It has been way too long. I think the last time I actually saw you was your stellar performance in that Civ 4.
8 years.
That's a very long time.
Damn.
So, first of all, let me do the simple stuff. MBR, where does your name come from for people that don't know?
Well, it started out as when I was a teenager, and when I was like 19, I was in a band. And whenever I was performing, I used to spend ages on my hair and stuff. And that's what they call me in the Dutch is mooi boy or mooi boy Roy, which means it's like someone who cares too much about his appearance, basically.
Damn.
And I thought that was a funny name, so I just written myself in to fighting game events when I started out with the full one. And then when I was 22, I was like, that's a kind of cringe, man. I gotta shorten it. And then at Red Fight District 2014, I got baptized by K-Brad to be most brilliant reads.
I actually remember that.
Yeah, I forgot that. I remember.
Damn, that takes me way back.
That is crazy. Most brilliant read sticks with the MBR. No, that's brilliant. No,
Oh
honestly,
my
it's good to
God.
see that you're actively playing and talking to you like this. So then, that moves on to my next question. So, if I'm not mistaken, did you play SF5 at all, or did you play it a little bit?
I played season 1 pretty active. There's a match between me and Tokido at Stunfest 2015 where someone in the crowd pressed the PS home button
No way.
while I was doing the winning combo. That
Oh
was,
my God.
The JDCR, literally JDCR.
Oh no.
Yeah, last weekend.
Yeah, last weekend.
Right. For those of you,
Damn.
for those of you who don't know, if you know the JDCR moment that happened over the weekend, I'm sure you can go find it on social media and go look it up. If you don't know, I'm not going to explain it here because I don't
My
think-
situation was literally the same as that one.
Damn.
But and then I was waiting for Akuma, and then the season 2 came about with Akuma, and I didn't like Akuma as a character in that game, and I didn't like the crouch meme kick V trigger I win the game meta that was in so I decided just to focus on other stuff basically.
Okay, so then I love asking people this question because I've had some bizarre answers that make no sense, but I'm pretty sure you're wise enough to give me a good answer, I hope. What made you decide to come back to Street Fighter 6? Did you watch Street Fighter 5 in its last few years at all, firstly? And then what made you want to come back to play Street Fighter 6?
I played a little bit of the final season, I think. I played Seth, and I thought it was pretty fun, but I was so behind compared to all the guys that played it for 5 years, so I didn't really feel like competing. But I played Under Night, I got 3rd place at UFA in Under Night.
Okay,
so
well done.
I still
Nice.
played I still played fighting games. I played a little bit Dragon Ball Fighters as well. So I didn't really leave, but it was not when I was in competing SF4, I was literally grinding every day, and it was not on that priority anymore.
Okay.
I remember now that you had that you played. I have all forgotten about that as well. That you played the anime games and you did really well in them too. I remember that.
But you didn't
that
retire
part.
some of these people, and then they just creep back.
Yeah.
So-
No, I was always on the background, but SF6 just looked promising, and like especially the betas, like they gave you the illusion that it would be like a neutral-based game, but
Sorry.
how wrong we are, you know.
Sorry, I had to clear my throat there. What just happened? What are you talking?
I was laughing at something else.
So no, listen, because MBR, we've had some people on, and they weren't particularly fond of SF5, and one guy we had on, he didn't play SF5 for the majority of his lifespan, and I said, why did you not play? And he said, I didn't like throw loops, and I was like, interesting. So what brought you to SF6? And then he tried to mention everything but throw loops, and I was like, well, I hate to break it to you, buddy, but they're still here.
He's a glutton for punishment, clearly.
Well, clearly. But then, let me ask you this, MBR. Like, when you kind of went like on the back burner with fighting games, did the itch ever really go away? Did you watch and say, I'm not going to put these down completely, I still want to be active, I still like the competitive aspect? Or did you just say, hey, I'll just play what I enjoy, sort of thing?
No, I like the competition. Like I like it a lot, and like it's an itch. Like I've played other competitive games, but there's just like an itch, like a fighting game will scratch what others won't, and that's basically brought me back to this game.
Okay, no, that honestly, that's pretty good, because again, I think what's interesting about yourself and Xerna is a complete fresh face, young, talented, and he's actually doing great things already, and I hope that he continues to do great things in this game. And then there's other people where they'll just go, I have no idea who MBR is, and it's like, damn. It's like we're in a timeline where people don't know who these people are, and it's like you just have to show them, and it's like, okay, and that's why I'm glad Akuma's back, so we can actually show these people what's going on. All right, so going back to Xerna now. This is a question for both of you, but I'll start with Xerna first. Xerna, have you been playing Street Fighter 6 since the very first day it came out?
Yes, absolutely. I've been grinding every single day. I mean, okay, I took a few breaks, but I've been playing a lot, yeah, since day one, yeah.
Okay, so my question to you is, from day one last year up until now, what's your general opinion on Street Fighter 6? Has it changed since the very first time you played it? Or is it pretty much the same?
It has changed, but it's also changed because I switched characters a bit.
Because you played Kimberly before, correct?
Yeah, I played Kimberly before. That was before I knew how to play neutral, and now I still don't know how to play neutral, but I can drive
different way.
Okay, indulge me, Xerna. What is neutral to you? This is where people make the mistake. This is where people make the mistake. What is neutral to you?
Yeah, actually, now that you're asking me this question, it's very different every time. Yeah. I mean, to me, in Street Fighter, I'm not a legacy player. I don't really have the best footsies or anything. But to me, it is that slow-paced footsie game with fireballs and then trying to outplay your opponent.
Okay. And do you think Drive Rush helps with that?
I think Drive Rush helps characters that don't have super good fireballs still apply pressure, whereas in previous games, I mean, if I watch back previous games, it's like it was so incredibly difficult to
open someone up.
Still open someone up if you're at a life deficit, because there's not really any significant pressure that you can apply without taking a lot of risk.
Interesting. I like it because everyone's perception of neutral is different. There is neutral in Street Fighter 6. It's just I think a lot of people aren't fond of it. MBR, what about you? From the time you started playing Street Fighter 6 until now, what's your general opinion on the game? Has it changed, or is it pretty much the same as when you started playing it?
No, it's just the game for me just feels like the level at which I would enjoy it is just like nearly out of my grasp. How do I explain this? Like in SF4, there was like a certain skill threshold where you would have like nice games with another opponent that's also like good. But in this game, I feel like a lot of the time if I play ranked, and even for people that just plays at tournaments, they just have a play style where they try and pull out the cheese card, you know, like they don't want to play like some intelligent game with you, but they just want to do their thing. you know. And like I really don't enjoy this type of play, but I have to say, when you play against like the greats of Europe, like Ending Walker, Problem, Phenom, or whatever, like those guys, then like the game feels really enjoyable to me. Like I enjoy it like so intense. Like I can play these guys for like hours on end without getting bored. But like the other side is just like these people that just want to cheese you. Like these people like make me like not like the game.
So let me ask you this then. We'll bounce off of that real quick. Do you understand why people are playing like that? The way you described. Do you understand why people are doing it?
Because the success rate is high. But like they're glass ceilinging themselves by playing this way. But the reward is just high. You can beat like a top player in the best of 3 playing like this. And it's like a shortcut, you know? Like you can just win sometimes. You can show up to an event and beat like someone. Like in Dallas last week there were some upsets. Like you can play like this style and just beat someone. But like the people that make top 8 at these events, they're all like seasoned players. And they don't play like they don't just jump in the eye at you until they get a hit. Like this doesn't have any consistency, but like it's just the success rate you can have with this is just like really high.
I honestly do like that answer. Only because I do agree with you to a certain extent, because even when I'm playing, I get frustrated as well. But then I can be part of the problem because I'm like, well,
I think we all do.
I'm gonna do. Yeah, but the game can encourage you to do that. You get if you block, you lose drive gauge. You watch the other guy do it, and he's getting reward, and it's like, well, I want the same reward, if not a greater reward than he is getting, so let me do it back to him. Then for some reason he knows how to counter it.
I deserve more.
Then it just gets frustrating.
I'm playing neutral. I deserve more.
I literally understand where MBR's coming from. Then you bump into a really top player, and then all of a sudden it's like, hang on a minute, I don't actually have to overextend here. He knows what he's doing. I guess there's room for both styles or various different styles. MBR, my only counter to that would be, I don't think some people are looking for that consistency. I know that sounds crazy for me to say because of how long we've been watching and playing these fighting games. I think some people aren't looking for that consistency. And then there's also consistency in being a bit crazy. But I don't think any of us here can actually go down that route, because it's just like, well, look, because remember, if it's someone, take Xerna for example, right? This is basically his first like official fighting game he's competing in. So what's happened before, he's seen it, but he hasn't like fully experienced it at various different competitive levels. So how quote unquote neutral is being played here, that's going to be normal for somebody, where us it's going to be like, no, this is neutral on fast forward. This is a bit wild. Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, and you have a very valid point. But even at the highest level, people play like really thoughtful and like meticulous and like kind of on a slower pace. And this is not true for everyone. Like if you watch like a Mana RD match, like this can go out the window. But like
100%.
Yeah. But like you're saying, like the crazy style is good. Like even SF4, you had like a Pro Fluke, you had. You had like Punko, like the Keoma, the Abel, like the crazy stuff like still was there, but
for
like
sure.
it was like an exception to the rule. Like 90% of the player pool at the top level, they played like really meticulous, and now it's the other way around. Like
Do you know what? Now that you put it like that, it's actually a pretty funny way of looking at it.
It's like a reverse pyramid.
Well, it could be the reverse Uno card as well.
But do you think maybe it's hard for players who didn't have the level of understanding of a slow game to let me try to word this in a way that's understandable. When you have access to these tools and you use them, and sometimes they work a lot and sometimes they don't, but you keep like being able to beat good players, do you think it will be hard to understand that there is a different way that I have to play if I want to get on the level of the guys I sometimes beat, since you then have access to these tools? Do you think that makes it harder to learn how to be really, really good, because there is this aspect that, but when I'm using it, I'm doing better?
That's a good question.
I that's funny that you say that, because like when Xerna started coming to our meets, Like he's exactly like I described before. Like he was just like his Kimberly just running around the screen, flying, and like you anti-air him 7 times. The 8th time you miss your anti-air, and he like snowballs you into death. And like, and all the OGs in my house were like, bro, that's not the way to play, man. But like,
I mean, I think I can jump into this one because obviously it's very, very recent at where I started to learn how to play like this. So it's very fresh in my memory. I feel like what you're saying is true, Veggie. I did have a lot of trouble understanding the slower paced game first because it's not as common. It wasn't as common at the start. And I feel like it still isn't as common. That's why I mean you've met me a lot of times in ranked, but I don't really like playing ranked anymore after playing against higher level players like Phenom or like those really good players. It's just the game doesn't teach you. Like, I mean, if you go to the game's tutorial, it does show you like you have to poke, counter poke, and whiff punish, right? But the game mechanics reward other stuff way more than that. So it took me a solid like year to understand, I mean like half a year, 3/4 year to understand how poking worked and how I could kind of bait someone into whiffing. It's just not very streamlined. I feel like if the game punished you more for playing too reckless and rewarded you more for playing a little bit more solid, I think it would make a lot of people get better faster.
Do you think the game already punishes you for playing reckless though? Isn't it called burnout?
I mean, yeah, but that's a different thing. I feel like. I mean, obviously, if you're going into burnout, you're overextending, and at a certain point, you do.
Well, I mean, hang on. Before you finish that point, it takes me and you to put you in burnout, not just you.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a joint effort. It takes 2 to tango here.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's still a matter of meter management, and if you manage your meter decently, I feel like that type of playstyle never really goes away during a match. It's always gonna stay like, I don't know how to use that word. I think it's prevalent. Like
it's always gonna stay present. Like it's gonna like present. Yeah, it's always gonna be around.
Yeah, exactly. It just doesn't. Yeah, it's just always gonna be present. I feel like, yeah.
Okay, no, that's a similar answer to what Mike X, our previous guest, gave us 2 weeks ago. He said you could actually, like kind of what No the Prodigy does, you can kind of put your opponent in the corner pretty quickly and expend your resources, but your drive gauge will come back passively. So even if you're low on drive gauge or something where it seems to be reckless from watching it, it's like, well, he's actually in a very good position, so it will come back over time anyway in the vast majority of scenarios. So no, that was a very good perspective there, Xerna.
I have a question for
I just want to say, and it's also kind of hard to burn yourself out from the things that are kind of reckless, because they are mostly like, I wouldn't say a button on block into drive rush, which is very expensive, as reckless. I would say that's very good. You're spacing yourself, you're doing a button on block or hit, and you're drive rushing, so that's not really reckless play to me. But the reckless play is less costly, like the raw drive rush, the fireball into the drivers, things like that. There's more like, the more wild play is kind of the least punishing in the drive department. So I don't think that style would put you in burnout more than, I think maybe a solid style is more likely to put you in burnout if you want to consistently get in like more solid way. That's how I feel about it, at least.
Yeah.
Okay. No,
I agree.
That's pretty good. Sorry, Elvaha, you wanted to ask something real quick?
Yeah, I wanted to ask Xerna about his evolution of his gameplay. I wanted to ask you, like, when you started to switch up your gameplay, was it because of people that told you to play different, or did you just kind of realize it yourself? Was it kind of a combination of both? And I also wanted to enjoy, I assume that you enjoy playing now more, but I did want to ask that. Are you enjoying playing more in this new way that you've figured out for yourself?
That's actually a good question. I think I know what he means. Yeah. Go on.
Yeah. So yeah, it was. I I mean, it's pretty funny. The realization hit me like 3 or 4 months into the game when people started to check Kimberly's stuff like really efficiently. I was like, I'm pretty sure MBR can remember this. I was in voice and I was just raging. I was like, why can't I get in? It's so stupid. Kimberly is so bad. Blah blah blah. And it was just because I was playing too recklessly, and they like my friends and Roy in the call were saying like, bro, you're playing like an animal. Like if you just calm down and just stop overextending on every point and stop trying to do something every single second of the match, you wouldn't risk putting yourself in those situations that you're putting yourself in. And especially if you don't have a reversal, it's just not worth it to play super risk heavy like that.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where we've had this. MBR's seen it for a very long time, Veggy's seen it for a long time, or VAR's seen it for a long time. You have people that will complain about a character and will say, why are you complaining about the character? And it's like, because he does this. And it's like, what did you do for him to do that? And it's basically no accountability when you could have slowed down, but you decided to run in. He blocked it. He punished you, and you said, "I don't like this character." And it's
exactly. That's literally it. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's both a Kimberly thing, like that rewards her so much or rewarded her so much in the early days of the game, but it's also, I mean, to get back on your question, Ovaha, of how like my game kind of developed a little bit. I feel like when, like the night that I switched to Jury, I was at Roy's house. We were just playing some sets, and I was so done dealing with Luke stand jump heavy punch with Kimberly. Like so done. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna pick Jury and just see where it goes. And then when I picked Jury, I was like, before I picked Jury, I was already kind of trying to play a lot more patient, but it wasn't working out. I because I wasn't really optimal that way with Kimberly yet. And Jury really rewards that type of play because she can just get like 50-50 off of playing slow and throwing fireball and just strike throwing from that. And it kind of, I mean, at the end of that night, I did beat Roy like pretty heavily with Jury, and I don't know, it just kind of settled in my brain like this is the way to play. Like if I just play like a human, I get to win.
That's awesome. Do you enjoy playing more as a human now?
Absolutely. That sounds actually
love to hear it.
Okay, I need to just ask it because it's so relevant. How important do you think it is? Do you think it is to meet someone in your like scene like MBR to guide you on your path to becoming a stronger player?
It is the number one biggest luck I've had in my gaming career.
Good.
Like to meet
great.
someone that is able to kind of guide you because of the experience that you have is something that every player deserves to have, but doesn't always get because of connections, you know?
Yeah.
Like I was just super lucky to stumble onto Roy and then to become good friends along the way. And I mean, yeah, it's kind of like having like a really cool older brother that beats you first, and then you get just as good as him.
Oh, I love it.
Like the environment where he came up in is like really crazy because he met TR Mac first. You guys, Veggie knows who he is. Yeah, and then and then he was playing with me, Jamal, Momi. So like that's like a really good environment to become like a high level at the game.
Okay, no, that's honestly good. We see it with Problem X and Ending Walker. We're seeing it with you guys now, which is really good. Again, if you have some sort of mentors or a good group of people around you, aka a support system, it does work out. It really does work out. So I encourage people to do that. And maybe you can turn from an animal into a human. There's not my words, by the way. I'm just repeating what he's.
It fits
he
with
said.
the Pokemon thing with evolution.
Animal to human conversion therapy.
Well,
trust it works.
This is evolving like Pokemon.
I don't want to turn this into a new business, but like, hey, well, all right, what we're gonna do, because I could talk to these guys forever, because I love the way the answers they're giving us, especially how they are looking at the game. We're gonna take a little break, but when we come back, we're gonna get these guys in the lobby to play that first to 10. So we're actually gonna see Akuma versus not Luke. It's gonna be Jury. So give us 5 minutes. We'll get them in the lobby and we'll get them games underway. See you soon.
Misatsu. Oh, nice. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sets here on a Tuesday evening at Capcom Fighters on Twitch. We just ended a small interview phase with Xerna and MBR, and if you missed that, I highly recommend you guys to check out the VODs because they had great insight. It was like a clash of generations, a new player and a veteran player, and they both had great points of view on the game itself, and it's going to be a highly entertaining set, I assume, because it's gonna be Akuma versus Jury. It's a bold, brave new world, a new season, lots of new things on the horizon for the game. I think the meta is looking really entertaining for at least so far. What do you think, Veggie?
I wanted to ask you a question first. Because I don't know lore and you do. So Akuma, obviously, Satsui, no Hadouken, but is Jury also in that kind of like... No, is it Psycho Power or is it Satsui?
No, she has...
Because she's
So she has an enhanced eye that Seth made for her. So Seth developed this eye that is called like the Feng Shui engine. So it's utilizing different energy.
Okay, sick. And also to answer your question, I really much enjoy the new a lot of the new stuff for the new patch, with especially how the parry works. And I'm sure we'll see more of that now. I think the risk reward on parry is very well done right now with the reduction of drive gauge that it takes away, and the more risk you have using it. So definitely the
subtle
direction is really good.
Changes that change a lot of things, but I think they were really tweaking the game in a smart way. Look at that forward medium kick.
Yeah, that forward medium kick is such... That makes me think about Akuma as Karin. You remember that medium kick of Karin? Yeah, that's very similar. Oh, nice.
He has the reach girl kick.
Yeah, that's a very good... Must have been watching her in Street Fighter 5.
He was taking notes. He was like, hold on, this girl is cooking. Let me copy that.
I need that medium kick. Yeah. So I think with Akuma, though he does have less range on a lot of buttons, it's not as noticeable because he has such good walk speed that he's in your range, he's out of your range, he's in your range, it's out of your range. I think he's such a good footsie character because of it, even with his reduced range, I would say.
And even with some of these normals being stubby quote phrases on that, he has some really far-reaching normals like standing fierce, forward medium kick, the roundhouse to throw off your opponent and steal off your turn. There's so many options that he can do. I don't think that's an actual detriment. What a bait on the DP!
Yo, that bait was so good.
Yeah. I like how he went in the first time and then
MBR. He's living up to his name.
He watched the Akuma trailer too much. We teleported in and out, then back in.
It would have been even sicker if it did it with a teleport, actually.
But he's just living up to his name. Most brilliant reads.
That's true. MBR.
So, this is what's interesting. So we haven't actually seen this matchup enough, so we're actually going to learn about this as we go along and obviously take some mental notes here. My hot take, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have actually agreed with me or have said this in their own way. Akuma is what DJ should have been last version of the game. High damage output. He should have had the low health, all the abundance of options, the juggle potential's there. This is what DJ should have been.
That's true.
And you're actually seeing it come into play with all the people that are learning Akuma and practicing him really well. Now, Jury has had several changes. I don't know how many of them are huge. We'll ask Xerna about that after this set is done. But I imagine the universal changes probably impacted her gameplay in a positive sense more than the individual changes. But we'll get some comments from him after that. But it's 1-0 to MBR at the moment.
Yeah, I'm excited to see if we're gonna see the combo potential and the utilization of the less used normals from Jury that were, less
one
seen
of them's,
in Season 1.
One of them was a target combo that you're allowed to cancel into Super from. I know that. They've made her EX Fuji in the store version 12 frame start instead of 16. I don't think they've changed Feng Shui engine at all, so it'll still be problematic like it was last version of the game. So
it's still gonna be an amazing Super for sure.
I think.
Oh, that's the round.
That's the punishing coming. That's actually
that's 100% the round. Unless there's a drop, there's no drop. I think one thing that we can look for that people will see more and more as Akuma progresses is that a lot of people, when you have to whiff punish a button, you will stand up, walk back to make sure you're out of range. So when you want to whiff punish, you see the startup of Akuma something, and it is the standing heavy kick. So you're standing up, you're walking out, and then you're actually stand blocking the second hit of the standing heavy kick. And as Akuma notices that the opponent is doing that, he can actually walk more freely if the opponent will then start crouch blocking. So there's a lot of like small mini games like that with Akuma's neutral that I think we will see more and more as the game progresses.
Well, yeah, because look, like you said, he's got the walk speed, which is basically a teleport across the floor, whilst having a teleport as well, by the way. And his
he has some options.
His crouching medium kick is pretty good. I know there's an incurred scaling penalty with crouching medium kicks, but with what Akuma gets as the reward, the light Tatsu sweep Oki, the demon flip Oki from the adamant flame, like he's got the stuff to kind of make up for that sort of thing. And that's another wake-up drive.
Yeah, he has the cream of the crop options for everything. Basically, he has all the tools, and he has the best versions of those tools.
Oh,
and that should be dead. Yeah, and that burnout.
It's too much scaling, but the burnout's there. He's only got to worry about the wake-up super.
Oh, yeah.
But wouldn't level 1 have killed instead of level 2 there, Jammers? I mean,
Probably,
it's Akuma, and
if
it
he
was
had
like
the-
10% maybe?
If he had the
6%.
extra stock to get the additional damage, maybe, but even then, I think he thought, like, probably get the burnout that's probably safer. He set the safe jump anyway, so it's completely fine there. Yeah, see,
I
now
want to say that
know,
MBR. Yeah, I want to say that MBR has like the Akuma. Like he has used much more forward medium kick than any other Akuma I've ever seen.
Yeah, his forward medium kick usage is actually brilliant right now.
Yeah, he has used it as much as all the other Akuma players combined.
It's
I
a
think so
very
too.
good poke, but it doesn't lead to anything huge unless he has level 2. I think it's +9 or +10 on
Yeah, but he
punish
also
counter,
gets a
so-
sweep from punish counter, which is really good.
But he's only
But
poking.
also,
I don't think he's looking for the sweep.
Yeah, but it's also setting up like a whiff punish because the opponent wants to interrupt it or something like that. So it's
for
really
sure.
good. Like, I feel that space control you can get with that and the fireball. I actually think I've seen more forward medium kick now from Akuma than I have the entire time I've played Akuma since Akuma released.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that's really cool to see.
Yeah, I love that.
Nice parry there on the crouching medium punch there from Xerna. Gonna get the reversal to the throw. Now you can set up something nice with the jump away and
Ooh,
the
nice
chase down as well.
takedown.
That looks guaranteed. Even if you press the
That
button,
looked like a
looks guaranteed.
cross cut on steroids.
Yeah, that looked very good. Unless you have a super strong air button that has like
Yeah,
a
that looks
hitbox
guaranteed.
in the back.
That looks guaranteed.
That looks so satisfying. That
Oh.
makes me actually want to try Jury like that. Just the interaction alone.
The new main has
See?
arrived.
Now,
Here comes a new challenger.
they're both low on drive gauge here, but it looks like, yeah, and that's going to be
Oh.
avoided. And I think good play from Xerna, because I think he identified that as well, because the wake-up super was going to be more to prioritize getting the CA damage as well as putting him in burnout, which MBR could have won from there, but Xerna identified that really quickly. I noticed this from Combo Breaker. David mentioned this. Shouts to Ultra David. Akuma's pretty low on health, but he's also low on drive gauge because of all the options and how much he has to expend. But it's very interesting because you don't want a low vitality character having low drive gauge as well. That's just looks like a recipe for disaster, but he's a very good character, which is weird.
I think, yeah, and I think maybe like instead of doing stuff with life bar in this game, maybe drive bars, like a super utility-based character has less drive bar.
Well,
That
no,
would
but,
be
but
interesting.
here's the thing. I was thinking about this the other day. A character
Nice.
that's as versatile as Akuma, how does that play into the drive system? Which means he's going to be exhausting his drive gauge probably more than others because of all the options and routes he have being all potent in their own right. Because remember, he can do drive rush, button, drive rush, button, but he has some of the best OD moves in the game because the mileage he gets from all of them. So
Yeah, it's like basically suffering from success because he has all these great options.
That's probably
and
the
now
best
he
way
has
to
to
put it.
choose between them.
Nice. I think Xerna has really good reads on defense now, and that instant jump medium punch is like watching Rikimon's partner play early Jury at the start of last year, or the start the first season.
Okay, drive rush again, okay. Preemptive cancel.
just waiting it out here at the moment. Lovely
One
anti with the
more
heavy
hit.
Shoryuken. He's got to be careful at some angles with that because that is. Oh, he got him!
Oh, the standing reset
that's
there
like
with
that.
the drive rush
And
overhead.
that's such a good,
The weak shall perish.
That's such a good thing to do to Jury players because who started doing that first?
Jury blow.
Definitely
Jury
Jury players.
players.
So who deserves getting hit by that the most?
Oh man.
You made this
Yeah.
tech. Now,
Poetic justice.
yes, you
Well,
have to
look,
deal
here's
with
the
it.
thing. When we saw the gameplay trailer, we saw an overhead. We knew it was going to come with it. We know having an
I
overhead comes
love
with
how they
overhead
put
problems.
it in the trailer.
Yeah, it's like, overheads come with overhead problems. So
I gotta say, it was incredibly based to include that in the trailer.
Oh, nice spacing on the
They were
cross
like,
monkey.
we
That
know
was
what
like
you
the
wanna
tip
see.
range. And you know, we see a lot from Xerna is stand medium punches to stand like kick because the stand medium punch is the crush medium punch.
Look
we
at the
trade with
pinwheel, by the
foreframe.
way.
The stand like kick is so important to make sure that they're not trying to interrupt every time you're doing your stagger pressure.
Fierce.
Nice
Ooh.
with punish.
Every button landing its way on that round.
Well done as well. He pressed the crouching but not a standing one. So the second part of that stand heavy kick was going to whiff most likely in that scenario. So he's checking. You can see the matchup knowledge coming out. So he's probably learned Akuma the matchup anyway. Much faster than most other juries. Good punish counter as well.
Nice. Yeah, nice punish on the stock. That's such a good thing to do. Not a what a whiff punish on the medium kick. I think that's the first time we see it. Perfect spacing from Xerna. Oh, the double dash. Are we back in Street Fighter 5 with Jury?
They probably played each other for such a long time that they kind of do these wild choices.
Level 2's going to do it.
Throw each other off.
I think level 2 could have done it there, but he's playing it safe. And I love this Sip of Calamity level 3. Get that
It's the coolest level 3 in the game.
I mean, Loyal Fans is probably the coolest level 3 in the game. For my loyal fans!
I mean, that's a great one as well.
My full might. But yeah, Akuma, close second, I think. Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, hold on. Trying to wake up parry there. Didn't work. Tried it again as well. Because notice that MBR's actually using all the defensive options on wake up. And some of them worked, others haven't. So. Alright, there we go. Back away.
Yeah, already utilizing the wake up drive reversal.
Reaction to the fireball.
Lead.
And you know what? That's a lot easier to do because of the input for that level 3. You're already moving away anyway.
Yeah.
It's not quarter circle forward, it's quarter circle back.
So if you miss it, you're actually blocking. That's a great point.
It's actually very good there. Good reaction. 3-2 there to Xerna. And Xerna did say, he said the guys at home, shout out to the guys in their local scene, they are watching, and whoever loses is not going to hear the end of it. So.
Oh, you try to whiff, but you think that okay, the move whiffed, and then the last active frame with the tip of
great
that
anti-air
the
once
forward
again.
heavy punch. Yeah, can be frustrating. I think it's so cool to see Akuma's fireball game. I love that he has that fireball and no one else. It's awesome to see. It's awesome to use.
Yeah, it just feels like an amazing fireball to use. Like I definitely feel like it wasn't talked about enough in the first week, but now people are actually realizing, wait, his fireball is probably the best in the game.
Well, obviously, the speed, nice perfect parry there.
Yeah, and the hitbox as well.
Well, I mean, it's the speed and the fact that it's chargeable into Shakanetsu, because I'm pretty sure everybody tried to do half circle back punch and they didn't get exactly what they asked for.
Yeah.
It's like, hang on a minute, you got to charge it. So.
Yeah, but also the fact that he doesn't have like a literal hurt box in his hands when he does it.
Oh, and his EX fireball is probably one of the best in the game. It's one of the fastest.
Yeah, it's incredibly fast. Like, I can't even remember how many times I lost him.
Yeah, that's 14.
Oh yeah,
he's done.
that's dead. Yeah, yeah.
For sure.
Question: if you activate Shin Akuma, will it last the entire game or just a round?
Probably the round. I think it's just a round.
It would be really
No,
cool if
I think
Xerna
it's
let
the whole
MBR
game.
activate that.
Is it the whole game?
I think it's the whole game.
Oh, okay.
That would be so cool to see. You know what we need to do at one point? We need to do the Shin Akuma set special, where they always get to power up. That would be so sick.
I mean, that's going to take a long time.
I think the most important thing to realize about Shin Akuma is that we realize that this is a hungry Akuma right now, but when he gets some carbs in his system, he becomes Shin Akuma.
So then he has energy to throw 2 fireballs in the air.
Yeah, exactly. So remember, guys, eat your carbs.
He's been pretty consistent with the heavy Shoryuken anti, and he won't need to use the super. Oh, he did. He didn't need to use that. He only needs to do heavy Shoryuken.
Yeah, he was being extra.
But here's the thing. Because of how versatile and brilliant Akuma's toolset is, you can actually use the supers as much as you want, but you'll be building to level 3 most of the time. His level 2, you're probably going to see that more later down the line in competitive play, because he's actually a pretty good level 2, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I think the Akuma is truly the first character where you're just like, I can imagine a combo route and it actually works.
You can kind of do that with Aki as well. There's a lot of it.
Yeah, but he's truly like the master of imagine and make it reality.
Oh yeah, manifesting as they call it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Wow, you can actually do the 2 parts of the target combo into a Tatsu in the corner?
And then mistimes, so tries to stagger, but Xerna is early on the tech and gets the punish counter.
This
is huge.
If he uses super.
Oh, he has to use it after burning himself out, right? Yeah. So it's still, like, as we speak about a lot in this game, when the opponent uses the older super bar for the second round and we're going to the last round, you always feel like you always feel like you almost won the next round. I mean, it's not like that, but it feels like you're very close to it. Like,
well, I mean, you have to see the opportunities of building the super bar, right? In this matchup, at least what I've seen so far, Jury can be on the offense, get rewarded, and when MBR tries to open up Jury or even try to do something else, Xerna's got the counter ready, so he's already building meter passively over time. Case in point, you saw it just there, and the back throw.
The back throw, yeah.
He's going to need to land level
Get back
3
in the
quickly.
corner here.
Oh, if he gets that, yeah, if he gets an opening now into level
Gonna
3,
get
that's
burnout pretty soon,
Burnout,
though.
baby. Oh, nice spacing. That was dangerous. Gets another one. Xerna, one throw. Is going to be another one.
I mean, the
delay
aggression
throw?
right now.
I think that was a delay forward throw. That's really good. Managing to delay block and then forward throw is so much better than just doing with back throw, and it takes extra mental effort, and I think it's really nice to see.
Yeah, it's definitely...
Oh, and actually stuffing the forward medium kick there as well.
It's definitely the mental awareness or the situational awareness,
Yeah.
getting that delay block and then go,
So
okay, forward
good.
throw.
The entire game is super on point right now.
Oh, uses the stat meaning kick, gets the interruption, and so much mileage of that EX Fireball, and I really like... Oh, yeah, that's enough.
Wow,
That's
perfect.
way more than enough. Had the level 1 to spend
See,
as well.
And this is where, because I'm watching Jury and I know she got some changes, but the core game plan hasn't
Sorry,
changed. But
Yeah.
the options on defense that Akuma has now with the universal wake-up reversal as well, it doesn't seem worth the risk. So when he gets put in the corner, this doesn't look good. Nice heavy.
Yeah, and I'd have to say that, like previously talked about, I think the Jury has amazing tools to deal with the air approach from Akuma as well.
A lot of
Yeah, we
characters
saw that.
do.
We saw that, yeah.
Alright, go
Because
slow.
like the horizontal distance that she covers with the anti-air is just, it's way better than most DP characters.
Level 2, yeah, he's going to do Empyrean's End, and he's going to make sure he closes it out there.
Oh, by the way, that super has such a satisfying sound on it.
Yes, it does.
Like an
I feel like it
actual
does a lot of
real
damage.
damn slap.
No, so when it's done by itself, it's 28%. So what, 40% of that, you're still getting about what, 13%? You're getting over 10% in a combo, so that's still pretty big.
Yeah, that's good.
And
Almost
yeah, that's
burnout
clean.
once again, just
Yeah,
like
that's
that
what you
DP
spoke
is
about,
so
yeah.
good.
So here's the thing, because he can't do that, because if you face the Druid player that crouch heavy punch all the time, air fire will be super successful. But because you're doing
Yeah.
actual DP, the fireball's irrelevant, which means you've got to stay on
Yeah.
the ground. And Xerna's been doing pretty well there. He could have grab.
Oh,
he could have
fake
actually
shimmy
grabbed it.
engine.
To get the shimmy for the round, and now almost burnt out. Gets the air to air though.
Ah! Wow.
Oh, no conversion on the forced knockdown though.
Burnout.
Almost
Doesn't
burnt
matter.
out. Yeah.
If he gets stunned, he's done.
Oh, that was so lucky. That's so good. Oh, he almost still alive though. And
so
the
like-
level 2 is gone, and Xerna is closing burnout as well. Nice block from MBR.
Oh, and he's just trying
be
to
ready.
weather
You're
the
gonna be
storm
ready.
here. Oh, and he's
doesn't
tired
want
once
to deal with it.
again.
He's ready.
And the super!
Nah, the moment, I promise you, the moment he got forward thrown, he said, if I see drive impact, I'm doing a super.
He was for sure buffering
Sometimes, no
that.
matter what happens, you are fixated on looking for a drive impact so you can react with super, and I think that's exactly what MBR did there. So
One thing that makes Akuma interesting to watch as well is that he is probably the most unforgiving character. Like, if you drop something, you are definitely paying
Oh, you'll know
heavily
about it.
for that.
you'll know about it. But again, you
Yeah.
have to really pay attention to what the traditional, not even traditional, the flowchart Akuma's doing, right? You
Yeah.
do a drive rush cancel straight into the corner. That's 3 bars. You try and look for a EX adamant flame conversion. That's 2 bars. You've got 1 left. If thing doesn't work out, you'll know about it. And I think that's
Yeah,
what.
no, oh, I missed this DP. I guess I'll die.
Well, no, that's just the risk it takes. But there are situations where you feel you have no choice but to do
Yeah.
that wake up reversal. And even if you have the wake up drive reversal, it's a choice between do you want the damage or do you want the distance? And a lot of people want the damage. So
Xerna actually having MBR trying to tech now. I wonder if we'll see some development in that. Some big shimmies.
he hasn't command grabbed yet from these fireball parries either.
Perfect
Oh, that's
parry
true.
as well.
Maybe Xerna's just very good at, like, from their experience with each other, Xerna's good at stopping it, ready for it. That's something that will be interesting to see, though. Like an attempted demon
grab,
into, or yeah, demon teleport. Is that what it's called? Into the command throw.
So they used the teleport, but the command grab's called Oboro throw or something like that. Oh, hold on.
Nice
Big
usage of
adamant
the
heavy
heavy
punch
into the OT.
into the slap.
That
Oh, what a whip
guillotine's like
punish.
+4, by the way. Ooh,
That
okay.
was such a good whip punish.
Well, look, Akuma's got the tool, so does Jury. Like, these characters are actually pretty damn good.
Jury is the original have-it-all, so don't forget about that. In this game, I mean.
She's the ultimate prototype.
She's highly efficient at what she does, which is
The
probably why they
DPs when
kept
walking back, I love it. In such a pressure situation. This is how you know MBR has played Shotos for a long time. He's always ready to DP. Oh, that was one.
You gotta be,
This is such a
vigilant in the
dangerous
corner
position.
right now.
Oh, do you know what? He done the old
conversion,
combo.
though.
He done.
Yeah.
He went crouch medium punch, stand medium punch. It's not the old stand medium punch, my friend.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a bit more stubby
already
than
with
it
a
used to
DP in
be.
here. Oh, this is gonna be so
He's
hard.
just got a match. He's just got a match. And he can't
Oh,
stand.
the instant overhead.
And everything just keeps going.
Oh my god.
The pressure.
That's rough.
That was beat down.
That is rough.
That
there.
was 2 level 2s that round, wasn't it?
What was it that round? Or if he went from 3 bars to 1 to build up the second level 2, then maybe.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
It lasts so long that I can't really tell.
And that was a huge bait. Big damage. Drive damage. So close to burning out. Needs to stay active to not get burnt out, MBR. Oh,
Nice
what a great
parry, got
read,
some
yeah.
meter back. We still have a pulse.
Oh, this time no DP, but gets the back throw.
Max away here, low on
He's
health, low on
still
dry
just
gauge as well.
hanging in there. Oh,
And
get
misses
tagged.
the punish on the whiff throw attempt. So unfortunate for MBR.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. I don't want to write this off as a rough matchup for Akuma too early, but just by watching this, obviously the players have personal experience amongst themselves. So,
And
Xerna
obviously
definitely have
during
the
this short
tendencies.
time there have been some assumptions about certain matchups being harder and some being easier. And Jury might be one of the harder ones for sure.
Look, there's been a few people that they're not actually sure who Akuma beats. Like, he's good, but it's like, can I definitively say Akuma beats this character?
Oh, that's a
yeah.
big punish.
He's got to burn him out, surely. Yeah,
Oh,
there you
this is
go.
gonna be so much
he's got a
damage.
spec
It's too
left.
late.
You know, he's got a spec. Yeah, so he's got to wake
I
up
feel like
reversal or
Xerna is good
something.
at these kind of... Oh, that was a good decision with the fireball there. Just gotta be careful because, I mean...
Now just chip out. There you go. The massive range on that standing
if
fierce.
the drive, rush, freeze made Xerna miss the timing maybe on that fireball.
Gets the
That was
heavy
such a
bomb.
good decision if so. And gets the heavy punch from the Demon Flip. And it's all MBR right now.
I think
I
he's
like the
found
change of pace here. Nice block on the overhead or parry more.
I think he found the timing for when he does the demon guillotine from the demon flip. He's found the time where Xerna presses a jab to try and get the force knockdown out of the air as well. That looks interesting.
Nice
Oh,
dive
he got
block,
it.
challenging the frames
lights,
there.
yeah, the lights. Just press on the lights. MBR back in this game.
Good. All right, so far they're keeping it close, but that 2-game buffer, and we're actually again there's a lot more scenarios and interactions where Xerna feels a lot more comfortable, and there are a lot more high-level answers. Because remember, Akuma's still still new basically.
Yeah, he's
So yeah,
even as a legacy
Plus
character,
three, yeah.
there's been some changes to his movesets for sure.
I wonder, is MBR delay jumping? Or is it just getting good reads on those jumps? They look like they're
it could be a
done
bit
a
of
little
both.
bit late. Yeah,
Could be a bit of both.
Obviously. That's a good point. Oh, I think Xerna has been so good at using the EX Fireball when he sees MBR getting comfortable with that standing or that forward medium
But-
kick.
I wonder why MBR hasn't
delay.
done medium tatsu. He's always like tried to do forward medium kick, get the trade, and then take the knockdown. He hasn't done
Oh,
a
yeah,
medium
that's a
tatsu
good
to
point.
commit.
That's a good point because the medium Tatsu is actually good against Fireball.
Oh, just jumping over.
That was such a good attempt. Xerna though ready with the DPs.
That's safe.
No,
yeah,
yeah.
that's death.
Man, that's super dead, as we call it.
Double dead as is Sakuma.
I think three rounds of death. 1,000 deaths.
So he gets a sweep
Lose
after
1,000
his,
rounds.
His forward medium kick gets challenged there. Again, while Akuma has the walk speed to kind of navigate and try and whip punish and get in position to use his buttons, Jury's got equivalent or somewhat equivalent walk speed as well. So it might be a little bit difficult to do certain things. Gets the forward
Yeah.
fierce.
Ooh, that must have been a fireball.
Scary
You know what
whiff.
I really like with Akuma is that when Akuma EX DPs, the position is not a turn the tables position. I really like that.
Well, he's relatively close after he lands it! And he got him! He said, die 1,000 deaths. And I promise you, it's a 7-frame startup demon, but after the flash, if you haven't moved, it's gonna catch you, sorry. And a lot of people, or the Akuma players, they are doing light drive rush into demon. And there's a little hit stun there, but if you haven't moved, it's gonna catch you.
Yeah.
That pose goes way too hard, and also that's the only level 3 where you can definitely see if it's gonna kill or not, because if it kills, it has the extra kanji on it and the different voice lines.
Hang on, he's about to get stunned, and that Raging Demon was just for show, because the game is gonna go to Xerna regardless.
Where are you going?
Wow, what an answer. He said, "You Raging Demon me? Hold on real quick. I will just get perfect there." Yeah, but this is the thing. I've trying to been paying close attention to how Akumas are just expending the resources and the repercussions as to when the round doesn't go their way. He's very night and day with his results of a round.
I wonder if we'll see some auto spacing trap against that attempted punish on the stock charge.
I like the situation.
Quite a few
for
stand
MBR
like
right
with
now,
their
but
nice
it can
with
change
punish,
so
gets the
very
side
quickly.
switch.
Right, okay, so this is what I mean, right? So watch what he's doing. He spent like drive rush cancel to get in the corner, and then if he's looking for the EX Flame Fist conversion, look how much low drive gauge you'll have. But the big damage is there, right? So it's kind of like balancing it out. That's if he gets
Yeah,
it.
for sure. That's a great way to kind of balance that out.
I like that he didn't spend the bar for the extra damage. Nice awareness, and again it's tagged. It's the classical. You think it's whiffed, you press the whiff punish, and you get hit by that last active frames. And it happens so
big
much.
jump in!
And he
That
just
was
turns
such a
around like
last-minute jump. I can't believe, dude. That hurts.
Damn, that's what you call a round pilfered, my friend. That got taken from you. that round got taken from you.
Bagged and tagged.
No overhead though. Yeah, okay. So he's trying to get him to try and whiff punish the forward medium kick and then respond afterwards, but that's a very dangerous game to play at this point in Street Fighter 6 at the moment anyway.
Yeah, maybe responding with a crouch medium punch
just
might
getting
be a
hit
better
by
decision
everything right now.
Akuma's got really good buffers. Good that you mentioned that. His crouch medium punch and stand fist buffers are pretty damn good.
Yeah, his crouch medium punch is like Luke.
Oh no, this is Luke. Don't worry, this is Luke. Right here.
Yeah.
He's Satsu and Luke.
He's right here.
Luke asked where did my medium punch go? Akuma stole it. Oh, we've seen that so many times. The perfect parry into the farm.
Oh, hold on.
It's working so well.
Are we going to see the
level
demon
3
again?
I think you should have done level 3 to burn him out.
Now though, just has to. Only thing he needs to worry about is a jump or jump back.
Yeah,
he has
yeah.
to
It's the
have
jump.
some
It's the jump.
openings.
The
Yeah.
dive kick, possibly.
He might have to close the distance and then set up another demon again,
Oh,
but
this is getting really spooky.
Oh, and now it's dangerous because now Xerna has access to that. Oh, what a spacing!
Oh, that was
just like that.
so good.
Oh, so many good
That's the young guy reactions.
or predictions.
that was good. No, that was clean.
That was good.
Your boy Xerna has been putting a lot of work in this game and this character, and he's showing it to us in this first
Definitely,
Wow.
definitely a young talent at this game.
I do think it's beautiful that someone who's started off with the other character hasn't seen the success and like the growth they wanted with that, and then just picking another character and just like unlocking something completely different. I think that's always really cool to see.
Yeah, this is looking. It's like it's going from bad to worse here.
Oh,
MBR.
Punish. Xerna's just really on point right now. I think many of the rounds definitely could have gone either way. It's just Xerna's been so good at closing them out.
Yeah.
And that pressure, nice, gets the whip punish on the throw attempt.
All right, no forward, no drive rush cancel there from MBR either, because he didn't want to be left with one drive stop.
Yeah.
Put him in the corner.
Nice.
Back throw.
Gets the throw.
Back
throw this time.
Judo chop.
Oh, that looked cool.
Okay,
I
never
wonder if
seen
that was
before.
intentional. Oh, gets the burnout. That's so good.
Well, he'll just react to level 3 now if you throw a bad fireball.
Oh, and the forced knockdown.
Yeah, or even, oh, what a
Nice
DP on the far jump shimmy. Tries to get something, maybe trying to bait something there. And he hit right now for
Oh
Xerna.
my god.
Oh, his spacing against
Xerna.
Yeah, his spacing against Akuma, maybe the Shotos as well, is phenomenal. He's going to get rewarded with a 9th game or a 9th win on the board here to make it 9-4. One more game to close out this set. But I mean, hey, listen, we could have an MBR moment. Most bold reads. We could
I think
have
it
an
would be
MBR moment.
awesome to see a 9-9 after this. It has, we've had it
Dude,
before.
that would be
we can have it
amazing.
again. Yeah. We
Most
have had
brilliant
these crazy
rounds.
comebacks before. Most brilliant rounds.
That's 10 rounds, baby.
Nice.
Most brilliant 10 rounds.
Jab confirming into the stank. Furman gets
Okay, good
throw on
start.
the parry.
Here's the thing. Some things could actually work out for MBR now because Xerna's got a 5-game buffer. He might try different defensive options on Wake Up. And if MBR can get a good read on those.
Look at the drive meter.
Oh, okay, that was kind of okay.
Oh dear.
Tries to get the perfect parry, just but that's a
big
huge
punish,
hit.
though.
This
Spend
could be it.
level-
No, doesn't get the.
He doesn't.
Nice patience.
Spend level 1, spend level 2. No, I'm not going to do anything.
Already with the DPs, even in these clutch moments. Amazing DP performance. MBR staying alive.
On the over.
It works, man.
Overhead.
Hey, if you got an overhead, it works.
That was
Absolutely.
revenge for the. Oh, just the reversal sweep. Get that was
Nice. That was really delayed cross up.
No,
That reminded me of Street Fighter 4.
that
Gets the
looked like
shimmy,
a-
but not ready.
That looked like a safe jump. that's how it looked.
Yeah, that's
It probably was because it's Akuma.
Oh,
I think he
nice.
should have leveled. Never mind. That's me. He
Okay,
wants to get
hold
the
on.
round.
There. I
Let
like
him
how
cook.
he's telling you to be prepared when he's rive rushing.
I mean,
Oh,
at least he
nice.
gives you a heads up.
Oh, gets the jab on it because that is actually not too bad of an option. Some of the specials can be hard, but
Look at the
no,
walk down.
cancel.
So
No, he's not like the rest
And
of us.
no,
no, that's it. I think that's the round. Oh,
It
no.
is the round. For sure, it's the
100%
CA.
the round.
Wait, hang on a minute.
Such a lovely face.
Yeah, hang on a minute.
No way.
Oh no! Don't do that. He doesn't have the HP. Do you know what's crazy? He's actually been doing a lot more parry attempts than DI. The one time he should have parried, he's done a DI.
Oh, nice with punish. Oh, the driver's button, by the way.
Yeah, okay, hold up. He has all the meter. He could definitely make this happen.
Oh, he tries to get the parry. That's so huge because
Oh,
driver
no.
is low. Level 1 is there if Xerna wants to. Oh, this is so dangerous. Tries to jump out. Gets the perfect parry though.
He needs to lock in right now. He needs to lock in.
Oh, so much drive gauge. Has the
He's got to
demon.
wake
I
up
want to
level
see
3.
the demon.
He's just got to wake up level 3. And he didn't. I think Xerna was going to anticipate it as well. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to close it out there. Where's my victory streak? Damn, you guys are a bit late. Anyway, right, there we go. I want to see the GGs in the chat. It seems that the student has surpassed the master. The Zoomers are better than the Boomers. Society is changing. The youngins are taking over. Let me see the GGs in the chat. Xerna actually showing you guys how well he's been performing and showing you how good that jury of his is. Fine performance indeed, fine work. He actually taught me a lot about that, so I got some notes to take, mental notes, and make the notes on paper as well. But hey, that's brilliant to watch. We need to take another short break. When we come back, we're going to dissect that matchup a little bit, talk to the guys, and get some closing questions in. And I'm probably sure right about now, or probably after this, MBR is probably not going to hear the end of it. So we'll kind of give him a saving grace. But until then, give us 5 minutes and we'll be back with you shortly.
Miss Sots.
5 minutes.
To follow your high standards, jammers, we're going to talk about whiff punishing. Now, for those of you who watch Street Fighter and Heroes commentate and don't know what this means, a whiff punish is when you actually throw out one of your actions and it misses, and the recovery state is then in a vulnerable state. And what often happens is your actual hittable frame box can actually be caught by something that the opponent uses to punish you with. So if you press a button and you're not in range against your opponent, it leaves you in position to get punished. But the main thing is, by pressing it and not connecting with the range you are aiming for, it's whiffing. Hence, we call it a whiff punish. What's awesome about Street Fighter 6 is when you put yourself in this scenario and you recklessly throw out buttons and they whiff, not only is the hurt box now much bigger than it used to be, but it puts you in this extremely vulnerable state, which we spoke about in an earlier segment of having a punish counter. So being punished when you whiff leads to a lot more reward now, which is part of the reason why you said you like it, jammers.
Yeah.
So careful with them buttons, work on that spacing, and don't whiff, or you might get whiff punished.
Peggy 12.
This is Beat Square. Beat Square Station.
Seriously? I'm not interested in whatever you're pitching. You really want me to punch a hole through you? So, just who are you? You need to learn to stop pissing me off! I knew there'd be more of you.
Ich bin nicht alleine, fühle mich einsam. Bin 0,0 mit meinen Gefühlen im
Let's go! Ring the bell! I'd be scared too. Hope you'll put up a fight. How's this? Wasting my time. Time's over! Never underestimate me! One more! You could say I have potential.
So I've been thinking about strength, man. Strength, might, the power to fight. Is it money, authority, a cool job, a ton of likes? Okay. Let's keep it simple. I want to be strong. Can you believe it? We got self-driving cars. The time's coming, we'll be taking rockets to Mars. And yet you still got folks out there using their fists and bodies to seek strength. Yeah, I hear you, man. We're all a bunch of fools. But, you know, if you want to know about strength, you just gotta get to it. We fighting fools are all getting to it on the streets.
Alright everybody, and welcome back to tonight's episode of Sets featuring MBR and Xerna. If you are just joining us, the set has concluded. We actually are on a strict schedule, but the set has concluded. If you want to go and see it, check out the archives, rewind the stream on Twitch, or subscribe to Capcom Fires on the YouTube channel, and you can go and see the match there. It's really good, actually, a good learning experience there. But let me find out, have we got our guests back? Xerna, MBR, can you guys hear me loud and clear once again?
Yes, sir.
Hello, hello.
Alright, perfect. Xerna, we'll start with you. Congratulations on that. That was actually a brilliant performance there. The level up of the jury has been going from strength to strength. So let me ask you this first. So from my observation, because again I'm just a third party here, I'm a backup dancer, that doesn't look too good for Akuma, but I'm pretty sure you proved me wrong. What's jury versus Akuma? What does that feel like to you from early days?
Okay, so me personally, I feel like as a jury player, I am supposed to have the privilege of throwing my funny little fireball. And against Akuma, I feel like I don't get that space very often. Especially in this game where the fireball is kind of... the fireball game is very... how do you say this? It's very much in favor of the person throwing the fireballs, because neutral jumping over fireballs can be stuffed with DR, stuff like that. So
I see what you mean.
I personally feel like if Jury doesn't have a lot of control over neutral, she usually doesn't win a matchup.
Okay.
But in my opinion, I think it's 4-5, 5-5 probably.
Okay.
Since Jury's health is so... I mean, Akuma's health is so low, and Jury's Jury's damage is pretty decent. I feel like just losing the neutral is kind of whack, but she makes up for it by absolutely demolishing him on offense.
Okay, well, I mean, from my perspective, just watching, there was rarely any time MBR was throwing air fireballs, because you can just basically uppercut through them, so that's out of the window, which means he has to play on the ground. Like you said, if you can throw your fireball, MBR did have a good answer with the forward medium kick. I'm surprised he didn't use medium tatsu every so often to kind of mix things up a little bit. But also, you have the opportunity to obviously drive rush cancel from the crouch medium kick. You can do a raw drive rush cancel. You can go offensive, but you can also respond to what Akuma's doing. That's what it seemed like pretty well, and you look pretty confident doing that. Obviously, you've been playing Jury a lot longer than Akuma's been out for, so there's also that to factor into play. But that was just from my observation, which is why it's good to ask you about that. You did something when MBR jumped out the corner at one point. You did jump medium punch into EX dive kick. Me and Veggie observed that. Is that something guaranteed against anyone who jumps out of the corner, or is that like a specific to Akuma thing?
Nope, that is everybody. If you jump out of the corner, I will murder you.
Wow, thank you. Put that on a t-shirt.
I just want to say, from my perspective, it looked like Akuma was losing the neutral battle, like just based on buttons and reward. That's what it felt like to me when I was looking at that match. Because I feel like when you have parry, fireball game, it's good, but it's like perfect parry and you suddenly in an advantageous position. You don't think that the perfect parry is better than the neutral jump that you had in older games?
I mean, I kind of agree. I think Jury's buttons do... I mean, they go further than Akuma's, obviously, and her pokes have less risk. Yeah, you just disproved my whole point. Thanks.
That's what we're here for. We're here to.
I'm just saying.
We're here to tell you
don't have
kids
to
what's up.
No, you're kind of right. I can't lie. I can't really say anything against that. Like, yeah, Jury does win the neutral.
Well, look, this is why.
What do you think, MBR?
Hold on. This is why perspective is everything. Remember, we're just the guys with the third-person view. We're just watching you two play. You're playing something different, but what we see, it didn't look particularly good. But hey, let's like Veggie said, let's get in here MBR's perspective on it. How does this matchup feel to you from what you played so far?
I feel like it would be fine if Akuma had some button to whiff punish standing hard punch and forward hard punch. Like, then this matchup would be fine. But like, it just feels in this matchup she can just throw it out, and like even if it whiffs, it's like really challenging to punish it. And the reward, if you get like the random hit by it, like you can the forward hard punch 2 hits, so you can just like accidentally walk into the second hit.
Yeah.
And then you eat 40% into Oki. The other thing is like at the middle of the set he started doing like round start EX fireball and just DR behind it. Like I feel like there's nothing you can do except like drive reversal, or like you have to like react with medium tatsu, but like that hitbox is like really iffy. If you're too early you will whiff, and if you're too late you will obviously whiff.
Right.
So like it's like but like I've described this matchup before when I was playing Ryu at the time. This matchup feels like you're swatting a bear with like a fly swatter.
No, I like that one. That's actually a very good analogy. Just bouncing off of that, MBR. This is something specifically to Akuma, because I played Akuma for a little while now. Do you feel when you're in a position to gain momentum that you exhaust too much of your resources for it to be justified? I don't know if that makes sense. So let's say you did whiff punish something from Xerna, and you did a drive rush cancel, and then now you want to get big damage, and then you want to convert into the flame fist, and now you only got one stock left. But then things go south. You got no drive gauge left. Do you think that's justified, the whole sequence you did, or do you think there's something different about it?
I feel that like it's very character dependent. Like when a jury has like 2 super meter, like and you commit to like the EX fist to get like the 1500 extra damage.
Yeah.
And she wakes up with crouch meme kick level 2. Like even if you block it, you don't have the meter to drive reversal it. And if you just take it, she will just chip you out. So like both ways is just like really hard. So I don't think against Jury it's justified. And it's also like, I was discussing this with another Akuma player. You don't really want to do like crouching meme kick DR as much with Akuma because...
Okay, I'm not the only one who thought that. Alright, sorry, go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, even when you hit, like the damage is not that good and like the Oki outside of the corner is not that good. So you risk like 3 meter and like when the person on defense guesses correctly, you will just burn out. And if you burn out with Akuma, it's like almost like a death sentence.
Yeah, I was actually talking with the guys while we were commentating. I said it's that thing where obviously it takes 2 to tango for putting someone in burnout, but Akuma's got low health anyway. And then if you have low drive gauge on top of that, it just sounds like a recipe of disaster, no matter how good it may be. Now, I do think his light Tatsu sweep Oki is pretty good, but as you said, and more people have been talking about it from the crouch media kick drive rush scenario, it's like, oh yeah, this is powerful, but then there's also that one guy that says, what if it doesn't work? And it's like now the other guy, as bad as the situation it might be in, he can turn it around. And it's pretty easy for Akuma, because I said this as well. I think all his EX moves are pretty good. At least the mileage he gets from all of them, maybe outside of the Shoryuken. It's just the risk implications with them don't really favor him. So unless you're really going to like finish off the guy's health bar, some of these things don't feel comfortable doing. So it's been a very interesting experience watching you play Akuma, watching other people, and learning him as well. Now, this is my hot take, MBR. I don't know about you. Do you think Akuma is what DJ should have been last version of the game?
In what way do you mean that?
So he's got low health, high damage output, all the crazy juggles. He's got good movement, not a crazy drive rush, but he's got good movement in some fashion, and you use all of his supers. When I've been learning Akuma and watching him, I said, yeah, this is what DJ should have been, right? You use the OD projectile, you get a conversion off of that. You do have a crazy air option. I know DJ had the knee hop, but that's been changed now. The high damage output there, when they're in the corner, it's like curtains, basically. I just see DJ in Akuma, in some aspects. I don't know if you agree with that.
Yeah, I guess so. But I think Akuma is missing Fireball DR, which like Ken obviously had in the... still has in the season. But yeah, I think... he is like that, but DJ has like multiple plus normals and easier conversions as well. Like any hit, he could just pull out a 4K damage out of his head.
Well,
I would also say that. Sorry.
I mean, Akuma does have fireball DR in terms of a conversion, because if you land that EX fireball relatively up close, maybe Jury's the exception, not the rule, because I have seen against Guile, against Ken and Ryu, maybe specifically those guys, you throw the EX fireball, they get hit up close, you drive rush, roundhouse, you got the juggle, you do the heavy
on hit, sure.
Oh no, of course. But obviously you are talking about on block, or at least from full screen anyway. I think there's a very specific scenario you can do it, but you're basically giving up the heavy demon flip Oki, which doesn't make sense to do that. So I can understand what you mean in that regard. Before we go on to Veggie, do you feel he's not playing Street Fighter 6 as how you feel it should be played? Like, he's a character in Street Fighter 6, he's got amazing options, but you think he's not quite playing Street Fighter 6?
Yeah, because his drive rush is not like really like one of the best ones. But I have to say, like I feel with time, like he will be like one of the strongest characters, because like his neutral kit is just so insane, and like the damage of his like neutral interactions, like when you get the read with like a timed standing hard punch, which you can hit confirm as well, like he's just like really strong. It just takes a lot of time and skill to
absolutely
to make him work.
Okay.
And that brings actually that's a great great way to end it. Yeah, because what I was gonna say is that like I don't see the comparison with Akuma and DJ, because when Akuma opens you up, it's like it's from good place buttons, good fireball game, with punishes. But when DJ opens you up, it's because you weren't ready to check the drivers. It's because you try to check the drivers and needed drivers sway. So I feel like they're not, except for maybe the damage. I don't feel like they're very similar at all. I feel like Akuma opens you up by playing a solid ground game. DJ just opens you up.
Well, I know, I do understand where you guys are coming from. But if I had to list all the stuff again, just the basics: high damage output. There is an EX fireball conversion in there somewhere, right? I'm just saying how Akuma's playing now. If you got DJ to play in some form like that in Season 1, I don't think people would have complained as hard about DJ. Is if you lowered DJ's health to 9k, do you think many people would have complained? It's like, no, because if DJ done jackknife maximum or some silly nonsense, you would have just gone, I can just like beat you off in like 2 touches. You can just do that, do you know what I mean? So that's kind of how I'm seeing it. But I definitely understand you guys' argument from
I have one question for MBR about Akuma.
Mm-hmm.
So we saw a lot of forward medium kick from you. Is it a matchup specific thing, or do you just like to use it in every matchup situation as frequently as you used it today? Because I haven't seen any Akuma use it as much as you did, and I think it's really interesting.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that. Like, I took today off to prepare for the set actually, and I spent like my whole morning and afternoon watching Akuma versus Jury.
Yeah,
I saw just Daigo like really abusing for medium kick, like really abusing it, because she doesn't really have like it's very hard to whiff punish. And it's like at the awkward range where like she really wants to stay in. And it like controls that space, and I feel even in this set, like even though I got washed, like I feel like I got a lot of mileage when it did go my way of like some counter hit for medium kick. Mm-hmm. So like yeah.
I'll tell you what's funny, right? Because now that he's brought up Daigo's Akuma, I've watched it for a little while, and I don't know if it's just me. I just watch him do stand fierce fireball, couple of pokes here and there. He remembers the combo in the corner, and somehow people are losing. I don't know if it's the Daigo factor or if it's Akuma. Am I missing something, MBR?
I was asking myself this exact question. But when you like zoom out, you just see he's never at a range where he's like getting outpoked by someone. Like he's always magically in like a distance where people can't hit him, but still he is like hitting you with standing hard punch and forward medium kick.
It's crazy. And I always see it. Sorry to cut you off there, but I always see it's one of those things where you watch someone else play Akuma, they're doing all the fancy stuff, all the flashy combos, optimization. You're like, all right, what's Daigo doing? Stand fist fireball, catch medium kick, forward medium kick, no jumps. And I'm like, damn. But I also think that's a good thing, because it's just various ways you're allowed to play Akuma and he's still out to be highly effective. So just seeing that style can work. But again, Daigo, exception, not the rule. Because again, like he's understood the way Shoto's worked for ages. But even with Akuma's new toolset, he's still found a way to use 4 buttons.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Nah, that's what you have with Daigo. All right, let's go back to Xerna. So I haven't sat down with during this version yet, so just watching you play a little bit and 1 or 2 replays has shown me a little bit. The overall opinion on Jury now, you've had a little bit of time. What's the are some of the changes, are they beneficial changes? Are they not that much different to the game plan? Are the universal changes more impactful than her individual changes? Talk to me. What's the overall opinion on Jury right now?
Jury right now, I feel like her changes, I mean, the target combo got some actual use, but the fact that you can't cancel it on block is kind of whack, because I was expecting like, oh, now I can chip people out more easily with the target combo into level 2, you know, but it doesn't work on block, unfortunately. Aside from that, there's not really that much that's changed. I never really used EX Fuha, aside from in some crazy Feng Shui combos.
Yeah.
Because you could get like corner to corner into side switch into some crazy stuff. but I don't really feel like, because I was practicing it yesterday, and you can still do that combo, you just have to delay it. So that didn't really change too much for me, because off of jabs, I'm just gonna do like drive rush or the other stuff. And the back heavy kick thing, where it has ground bounce now.
Yeah.
It doesn't really do anything for me, yet, because I think you can anti-air with it, if you're in Feng Shui, and then get a full combo off it. So I might have to check that out, later. But it didn't really change much for me. I still feel like she's the same Jury. And aside from that, the crouch medium kick, like scaling thing, it also kind of impacted her, I guess. I haven't really noticed it too much. I've just still been getting my corner from that, so that's all that really matters. I don't know. I think like I feel like Jury is one of the characters that's pretty much stayed the same, and I think with the amount of people that are playing her and the amount of not complaining that she's really receiving, even though she's won the cup, I think she's gonna stay pretty strong throughout the game's lifespan. At least that's what I'm like anticipating. I'm not really like used to having played a fighting game for a long time.
Oh, don't worry. I think you'll learn at the time how how vocal we are as a community when some character, when one character doesn't deserve their 15 minutes of fame. I'm sure we move the spotlight over to that character. So maybe your character might get scrutinized more than normal this version. Who knows? Who knows?
I don't want that to happen.
I'm pretty sure. All I'm going to say, I'm pretty sure MBR's probably told you this in some capacity. Don't react to every comment you see online. It's not good for your health. And if you want to keep your hair, don't do it. That's my advice to you.
Good advice.
Thank you very much.
MBR, what about you? Just going over, looking at the changes, I imagine you've seen the whole change list and just looked at certain things while playing. Is there anything you looked at and you were surprised they changed at all?
Keith.
Next question.
Enlighten me. What about Geef? Were you like surprised, saying why did they change that?
I just thought he was gonna get a few buffs, but like they literally took like 90% of his kit and were like, oh, that's not strong enough, and then they just like.
But they were right.
I asked.
Hey, listen. I was always wondering why there were so many Geefs coming online after the patch. It was crazy. Maybe
He's
MBR,
loyal fans.
They were always online.
They were always online.
But they played an loyal character, so you didn't see them.
No, stop lying to yourself. MBR answered my question perfectly. Like all of you came about when the patch updated. Oh, okay, it's good now. I'll play. Don't worry. I see all you lot. But no, because I find it interesting because I think the parry change that's happened with the additional recovery, that's pretty good. The scaling to light, that's been pretty interesting. The light scaling damage doesn't affect you, does it, Xerna? It doesn't affect you at all?
Nah, because Jury's lights are subpar.
Yeah.
I feel like subpar. That. I don't know. I feel like she's the only character that doesn't have a safe. I mean, okay, she can do like crouch light kick, crouch light punch, crouch light kick to get out of like a situation. But for example, Cammy, and I'm pretty sure you agree with me on this part, I feel like Cammy does a lot of things that Jury does, but better.
I've been saying this.
Yeah, I know. I took that from you.
Don't worry, I do look at this game and study it. I need to double check. I need to double check this version though. That was my opinion. The last version of the game. If it is still in this version, then I'll say that. But then, people counter my argument because they say Jury won the cup, and I know that's one person. That's Uma. It's like I'm just looking at these characters just by themselves as characters, not who's playing them. I'm just like, hang on a minute, they're both doing the same thing, and Cammy was doing it better last version of the game. This version, I do need to double check, but yes, I do do that.
I just hope her lights become a little bit better. Like I hope she gets the same thing as everybody else, where she can just do 3 light punches on block and then still be able to go into a light kick and then DP if you catch someone pressing a button. Like that, she's the only character that I know of that doesn't have that, and it's so weird.
Okay, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, but that's my opinion.
Can I ask you, Xerna and Jammers, what do you guys mean by Jury and Cammy being the same character.
Okay, so
feel- They are
low
not even-
low
yeah.
forward drive rush, straight to the
That's
corner.
like- yeah,
Okay,
okay.
hang on. Anti-throw tool is still there. They both have it. They both have a reversal. They both have anti-airs that are pretty damn consistent, right? They both have throw loops. I believe they're still there, right?
Yep.
I will say, I do think the wake-up drive reversal impacts Cammy more than it does Jury. That's what I've seen thus far. I'm just going off of Veggie. I'm looking at pure stats here between the characters, right?
And they're both
the game plans are not
acquaintances
the
of
same at all,
Bison.
though. They're not like similar. Like Cammy is a neutral-based dive kick character, while Jury is a neutral-based fireball drivers character.
Yes,
I mean, I just don't see it. I don't feel like they play similar at all.
Listen to how I see. I love the way you start the sentence. You forget exactly what you just said. Neutral based into next answer. Do you understand what you just said, right?
Yeah, but a lot of characters have all those things you mentioned. Crouch medium kick drivers, EXDP. What was the other things you mentioned?
See, you've forgotten. This I love. This is why I love.
Yeah,
this guy.
because,
Doesn't
because
remember.
that's just like half the normal characters.
Let me say one thing. I feel like the only difference between Cammy and Jury is that Cammy has better Oki mid-screen off of everything she does, and Jury has safer pokes into more rewards on block. That's the only thing that differentiates the two, aside from Jury having space control with her fireball. But Cammy has that same space control in that same range where Jury is going to go for a grab or a shimmy with her dive kick, because you can't react to EX dive kick at that range. That's what I feel like.
No, that's completely fair. Again, these are just my observations. Veggie, I'm not disagreeing with you in saying, okay, most characters have low forward drive rush. If I'm looking at those two characters, think about it, right? All right, I'll rebuttal your argument right now. Why would anybody play Akira, Karen, Lucia, or whoever when there was Luke in the game in SF5? Why would you do that? You literally told anyone who played the show to go and play Luke.
But yeah, but I don't see that Jury and Cammy would be so similar that you could say why play Jury if Cammy's there.
The philosophy is the same.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel that way, but I guess we will be.
This is why you Zangief players are in your own orbit, and like can't talk to none of you. Like.
I see it partly, but also
maybe I'm completely.
I agree with both. You know,
you're just on the fence.
I think both have great points.
Right. Anyway,
from MBR, is Jury and Cammy the same character?
Nah.
The same philosophy, not the same.
3 against 2.
Anyway,
I think Cammy would do some crime to get the plus frame medium punches.
well, that is right. But what I'm saying is they follow the same philosophy, and it's if you're for me at the time, I was saying if you're playing Jury, why are you not playing Cammy? The reward was way better back then.
I feel the neutral is like really different, but like their corner game, sure, like they're like same-ish, but
okay, no,
I'm with Veggie on this one,
the neutral and the neutral options are different, but the outcome is still the same. But
every outcome is the same with every character. It's drive rush.
Well, listen, that's just the game in general.
One thing though, I will say Jury is definitely better than Cammy, and was better than Cammy, in my opinion.
No, I thought the other way around. That was me. But I remember, we were watching more Cammy at the time than Jury.
I love it. Fire versus water.
Yeah, well, we could do that all day, to be honest with you. we could do this all day.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Listen,
Literally, my Discord server is called Kill All Down Players, just because of the Cammy versus Jury debate.
well, no, again, this is just a debate. This is a debate between us. Again, this is just I'm not saying they're the exact same character. I'm saying they have the same philosophy. That is just me. Because again, you could say, you know, Luke's still viable. Why not play Akuma? His crouching medium punch is there. Akuma's got it. Like, come on, it's a bit absurd of me to say, but that's how I feel sometimes. But that's just me. We can argue about that all day. But right, well, listen, I've got 2 more questions to ask the guys before we go, because they're on a tight schedule. Right, Xerna, you've been to only Brussels Challenge. Is that correct?
I've been to Brussels Challenge, and I went to Hessen Crash, a German tournament, a little bit ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, now, have you got any travel plans this year, or are we going to just focus on online tournaments?
Yes, I do actually. I'm in the middle of having some discussion with a sponsor at the moment.
Don't reveal too much. I don't want you to lose it.
No. I'm not going to reveal too much, but I'm going to try to be at some CPT events in the EU.
Nice.
And of course, you're going to see me in a few online tournaments and Yeah, in the World Warrior if that comes back.
Ooh, I'm looking
Cool.
forward to that. Okay, looking forward to that. MBR, what about you? Have you got any travel plans this year, or are we just going to be mentoring our new
I
students?
feel I'm gonna be Xerna's dad this year and just drive him around, man.
Is MBR your sponsor?
Literal drive rush.
No, honestly, that's good because again, you got the right people in your community, and I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
they can all see the potential in you, Xerna. So
Thank
keep playing, listen. Do you play on stick or do you play on pad?
I play on hitbox like a cheater.
Okay, right. My advice to you,
respect
I don't play on hitbox, but my advice to you is make sure your crouching media kick doesn't break. Make sure that button works at all times. Because listen, they're going to be putting a lot of investment in you. If that button don't work, then no one's going to be happy. So make sure make sure crouching media kick works at all
Bring a
times.
spare medium kick button.
I will make sure my crouch medium kick button gets some nice upgrades every few months.
No, that's good.
Sure.
Right. So no, it's actually that's really good. Looking forward to seeing you do some damage there.
Thank you very much.
Have you got no plans to go to DreamHack Sweden at all?
Currently not. No.
Okay. MBR, what about you? You not planning to go there or too early?
I'm traumatized by the bus rides I used to take like 10 years ago, man.
Wow.
Too early.
Okay. No,
I understand.
That's all I needed to hear. All
I
right, that's brilliant.
understand.
Right, I've got just about time for one last question because we are running out of time. We'll start with MBR. I've probably already heard it, but let's see if he gives me a different answer. MBR, have you got a hot take for Street Fighter 6? Is there something you have that no one else agrees with in the game? Do you have a hot take?
Ooh, I have too many hot takes.
Indulge me and give me one.
Okay.
The spiciest.
Let's switch to Xerna first. I need to.
Wow, okay, he needs to rummage through the library. All right.
Okay.
Xerna, while your quote-unquote dad is trying to figure out where his hot takes have gone, have you got any hot takes on Street Fighter 6? Is there something you think that no one's speaking about or no one agrees with when you say it?
I think level 2 isn't that good.
Wait, who's level 2?
Jury's.
Jury's level 2 is not that good.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a hot take. I mean, it doesn't get talked about a lot, but I don't think level 2 is that good, even though I use it like 20 million times during this game.
Do you want to
don't think it's that good.
Do you want to do a watch party and we watch the final round of Capcom Cup? Do you want to do that again?
But that was season 1, man.
And you said Jury's not that different from season 1.
Nah,
don't make me Dave Chappelle.
Okay, damn.
I'm not saying cola. I can catch you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
So you think level 2 is not that good?
I think now with the nerf to drive perfect parry drive scaling, right? Because it only does half.
Right.
With drive impact and level 2, I don't think level 2 is that good. And you can ask Momi about it. There's a bunch of Twitter posts of people debunking the super. And if I play against like Akainu, I get nowhere with it, partially because it's also Guile. But I don't think level 2 is that good.
What was the Discord name again? Downplay or something?
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Level 2 not as good as people think it is. I don't know. It still puts you in the corner. You got chain strings that no one else has.
But that's just me. Who else doing that?
Well, we could
Okay,
go,
Uma.
we could go. I didn't mention Uma. You did. I didn't say anything. So if you want to talk about Uma, we can talk about Uma. No, I'd have to do some digging. I'd have to do some digging. I can't give you an immediate answer, but I'd have to do some digging. And don't worry, I'll tag you in every clip I find. If I find it. First of all, we gotta find the jury
Tag me
players.
too. I want to see this.
Now, there are some people who are smart. They hide their characters to a certain point, then they reveal certain things later. So you jury players might be doing that now. But MBR,
the PR team is strong.
I'm giving you time, MBR.
Yeah,
pull out a hot
I got
take
a
for
good
me.
one. I got a good one. I got a real one.
All right.
It's Aki takes no skill to play.
What?
Is that really that hot of a take, really?
Wow. Okay. Hang on. Hang on. All right. State your case, defendant.
Okay. Every Aki just throws out the rope in neutral.
Yeah.
Or just gets full screen and throw the light fireball. And then they just try and cheese you, or sliding into you or DRing. and like then they back off again. Like they have 0 neutral interactions with you, like literally 0. And when they touch you once, you die. It's like Jury on steroids.
Interesting. Aki takes no skill to play.
I
Have you tried Aki yourself?
No, I would feel too dirty, man.
Wow.
I wouldn't like.
Akuma's not dirty enough for you? No?
Akuma is actually a skill character.
Interesting.
Is that my other hot take, maybe?
It's the same opinion you had for all these years, and it hasn't changed.
Yeah.
No, man. Aki takes no skill to play.
I love it. I love it. I love a hot take like that.
No, this is why we asked the community. I like that. No, this is interesting. Honestly, I could talk to you guys.
I think Oval's reply was the best one.
Well, that was interesting indeed. Right. Okay.
I've seen some Maki players.
Okay, I've got one last question before we let you guys go. MBR, you'll probably give me a more clear answer for this, but I'll ask Xerna as well. MBR, is there any player from your community people should be keeping an eye on, but they're not?
You mean like internationally?
Yeah. Is there a player in your community where it's like, yo, people need to keep an eye on this guy? I think he's going to be like the greatest person, or is there someone we're not seeing that we should be seeing more?
We have a guy that's like really lazy and plays on and off. He's called Vivas.
Okay.
And he shows up to locals like once in a while, and he just wins. He beats Xerna, he beat me, and he just plays like once every 2 weeks or something. And he's like, when we tell him, bro, like compete, like go to tournaments, whatever, he's like, nah, I don't really feel it, man. I'm too lazy. Like,
Beast. What does he play?
He plays Luke and Cammy.
Oh, of course, it's always them, isn't it? It's either they're competing or they're not. I think he's satisfied just beating you lot, going home.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Xerna, do you agree? Is there someone else from your scene that we should?
I totally agree. I think Vivas should definitely play more. He's an amazing player, and I don't know. I feel like if he hangs out with us more and we all get better together, he can be a real big threat to everyone in the community.
Interesting. Does Phoebus watch you guys play the game at least?
No, not really.
no.
Okay, so he's really not in it.
Yeah, he's like he's on Valorant or something.
I love it. Hermit life.
He could actually be spending his time.
But he just like shows up randomly and then he just beats everyone. Like it's crazy.
That's crazy. Now that shout out to Phoebus. I like that.
He's young as well. He's like early 20s. So.
No way. So he's definitely got the competitive mindset. It's there.
Absolutely.
Well, he's lazy, but it's there.
Sounds like a smart guy, to be honest.
It's just crazy. All right. No, honestly, gentlemen, we are just about out of time. We could talk to you for ages, especially after that hot take the both of you gave me. That was insane. But we'll save that for another time. Hey, look, you had some of my hot takes. You guys disagreed, but this is what it's all about, talking about the game. Can we get the fight card on so the people know where to follow these two lovely gentlemen? Make sure you follow them on Twitter. I remember when MBR tweeted about how every player in an MR section works, and nobody liked it, right? But he was absolutely right. And I agree with that, and people didn't like it. So follow him if you want more hot takes, and I'm waiting for him to watch an Aki clip and then say Aki takes no skill and everyone jumps on him. That's going to be brilliant. And then you have to follow Xerna as well, because he will be. He's got travel plans. He's not going to reveal the surprise yet. He's given us the hints, but he's not going to reveal the surprise yet. So hopefully we see more of him on a competitive circuit there. MBR, you first. Anyone you want to thank? Any shout-outs? Any more hot takes you got for me?
I just want to thank Anu, man, for being like my coach. Like he's also an Akuma player. We literally play the same character every game, and he's like not super competitive, but he has like really good insight, and he always helps me improve my game. So I want to shout out Anu for sure.
Perfect. Xerna, what about you? Anyone you like to thank? Anyone you want to shout out at all?
First, I want to shout out STB Chico for watching me yesterday evening and teaching me how to play this matchup. That's why I beat Roy, partially. And I want to give a shout out to Anu as well, and MBR for always being there for me if I have questions, coaching me, basically teaching me how to play the game, and also being great role models for how I want to be when I grow up.
Perfect. Well, you're on the right track. You got more hair than all of them, I'm pretty sure. So you're on the right track. No, that's brilliant. Make sure you follow these two on their social media post there, of course. All right, gentlemen, when you are ready, you both can leave the Discord call. I'll drop you guys a message later because we do have to close out the show. But it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you guys, and we might need to get more people from your community on the show.
Yeah,
at some
I'd love
point
to see
in
it.
the future. So yeah, honestly, gentlemen, when you're ready, you can leave the call. But it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you.
All
Thank
right.
you so much, guys.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Great evening, guys.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Now that I gotta say was brilliant. Clear
That was
answers,
lovely.
hot takes, the gameplay. It seems that everyone, when I opened my mouth, people were arguing. But that was good. But then after I heard Aki takes no skill, I was like, wow, okay, that definitely takes the cake. That was brilliant. Every time I watch Aki now, I'm just gonna giggle a little bit before I start being serious. But no, that was really interesting. Obviously, it's still early days for Akuma, so I'm actually looking forward to seeing how MBR progresses, or how the character just develops and progresses in general. And then again, Xerna as a player only goes from strength to strength. It's good because I think at first glance we couldn't see much that has changed about Juri, but then we just got confirmation from Xerna. It's like, okay, the changes happened, but they're not as big as some people might make them out to be. So she might be a consistent character. I know it could be a hot take. She could be in that top 5 material. She's definitely top 10 because she hasn't really changed and things around her have changed. That could only mean she might be elevated up a couple positions in the tier list, but we'll see. But Alvaha, did you enjoy that one?
I had a fantastic time today. Obviously, great opinions, great insight on the game, and just like always interesting to have like an older player and a new player and kind of hear their points of view about the game and everything around it, and also like good FGC stories in general, like this mentorship that's going on. Like it's just something very beautiful, and them highlighting the value of a community around you as well. It's something that I also very highly agree with. So all in all, like a fantastic evening.
Good. And Veggie, what about you?
I'm going to quote, the thing I told you another show that my son usually says.
Yeah.
So I didn't like the episode. I loved the episode.
Nice.
No, it was really good. And I think that the conversations were flowing. And I think it was cool to see Xerna being so comfortable coming with not being afraid to come with opinions about the game, about the character, even though he's young and even though he's new to the scene. And it's really cool to see MBR back and to learn about their kind of like mentoring, the mentor slash trainee or mentor slash, what is it called? Yeah. The mentor and the mentee.
It's just the mentorship. That's it, basically.
Yeah, the mentorship. Yeah, exactly. Great word. Thank you, Jammers. We should be writing it down. Let's go. Now, so I thought that this was particularly enjoyable, and I had a really good time with you guys. And yeah, just all around great hype opinions, hype banter, and discussions, and things were just that was good to be back.
This season is gonna be interesting for sure. I cannot overstate how this season is going to be very exciting as a player and a spectator.
Well, the competitive season is June, so things will be kicking off soon. Obviously, we had DreamHack Dallas last weekend. We'll talk more about that on the next episode, of course. There's a lot of stuff happening. Keep an eye out and watch on this space because a lot of people are getting active. Akuma's out. Apparently the Summer Games Fest, they said Street Fighter 6 is going to be there, so it's like something's going to happen as well. Obviously, people are still adjusting to this new patch. Things are coming. The competitive season does look bright. Right, I've got to close it there. So we're going to close it because I do believe there is an actual celebration stream for the Street Fighter 6 anniversary, which will be by Vicious and Justin Wong. Shouts to Justin Wong doing amazing commentary at DreamHack Dallas over the past weekend for both Street Fighter and Tekken there. These guys actually should be live now, twitch.tv/Capcom USA. So what we are going to do, we're going to give them the pleasure of we are actually going to raid them. We're going to send you guys over there. So you want to tune into that, you can do so. If not, that's completely up to you. But you can catch the archives on that as well. Shouts to the American team for putting this together. We should be back next week. We should have another set for you guys lined up. But we'll try and get some character diversity. I still want more hot takes. I do find hot takes funny in this game because we like to argue with them.
They're the best.
Oh, after what I heard tonight. Yeah, we're going to try and get that done here. But yes, watch this space. The competitive space is going to get interesting. And hopefully we have a bright future ahead of us for Street Fighter 6. So yes, we got to love you and leave you. We're going to hand you guys over to twitch.tv/Capcom USA. because they should be live. It should be on now. And of course, we want to say happy anniversary, 1 year anniversary to Street Fighter 6. Great opening first year for the game.
What a year.
And the content is booming. And hopefully the content doesn't stop being high quality there as well. When we come back next week, it should be the usual. 2 guests. We should have Avatar Battles back. We should be talking about some competitive stuff there as well. But look forward to that. Watch this space. But we'll see you guys soon on next streams. Until then, keep playing Street Fighter. And if you want to have a hot take, write it down. I'll probably read it out soon. And we'll question you guys' thoughts. But yeah, keep playing some Street Fighter. And we'll see you soon.
Avatar Battles with Akuma moves.
Yeah.
Y'all already know.
You know what time it is.
I belong in the top spot, number 1. Supreme.
Put him up, let's go.
Number 1, yeah. I've been landlocked, training for this moment my whole life. Cold nights, in the rainy days, hope I get mine, spend mine. For the accolades in the empire, I need that title in my possession. Once there ain't no zone, it's my time to shine bright. And if you try to stop me, then you're gonna pay the price. All them late nights finally paid nights. Awake in my dreams, but you could call me the greatest of all time.
Yeah. I'm focused, you know how bad I want this. I'm giving it my all, never thought this moment is golden, I control it. All eyes on me, I see I'm watching. Once I'm locked in, ain't no way that I'm stopping. Clocked in, it's time to put in work, go berserk. I'm in my zone until I'm first. Believe me, when I say nobody can see me, this a product of hustle, I just make it look easy. Non-stop, you ready or not? When it's all said and done, I'ma be on the top. 3, 2, 1, I'm ahead of the game, y'all remember my name. Non-stop, you ready or not? When it's all said and done, I'ma be on the top. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Yeah, I belong in the #1 spot.
I always kept the business, nothing personal. When you always see nothing, I just barely scratch the surface. Roll me in the rain, let me do my thing. Thought they hit me down, fighting through the pain. When I'm in the zone,
I ain't never say much, but you see me up top. You see my numbers healthy, the pressure don't stop. Until I'm in the top, see the bottom seeds watch. They almost see me flop, but I'm stepping on them, watch, let them watch.
Born ready to fight, this is my moment. Coming for it all, just show me my opponent. Wanna be great, I'm a legend in the making. And this is mine for the taking.
Cause I got what it takes to be on top. I'm number 1 cause I don't stop.
Hard gas, no brakes, high stakes. I don't act tough till the tussle let them fold ya. Non-stop, you ready or not? When